The Minnesota Vikings travel to Buffalo to take on the Bills. The Vikings enter this game 7-1. The Bills 6-2. The line for this one, AJ, has been going up and down and up and down with Josh Allen, be it missing practice and not knowing the status of him for Sunday. The Bills right now are 3.5-point favorites with an over-under of just 43.5. That's just been moving and moving and moving and moving and moving, AJ. What does this... Obviously, the Bills without Josh Allen, that's a big, big, big time loss. What do we expect from this offense if Josh Allen doesn't play?
Honestly, I don't. Let's temper that. While it will be a different offense, while it will change, I don't think that it's not gonna. The world won't explode for the Buffalo Bills. They're a good team despite just their starters. They have players that know this offense, that know this system, and know what they like to do. And Case Keenum's been there for a while. If Case Keenum has to take this starting role coming Sunday, I'm not overly worried. I do think that they will have to do a couple different things, but I just think the score comes down from what most people would have had. Where it does make it a little bit more difficult is that gives the Vikings a chance to continue their 6 straight to 7 straight wins in one-score games when it comes to the difference of having Case Keenum and Josh Allen who can go make that game-winning play. But if Case Keenum is back there, do what he does, what he's been doing as a backup and when he's had times. Get the ball out of your hand quickly, which he's shown he can do. Take what the defense gives you, which he's shown he can do, and which the Minnesota Vikings defense, despite what they looked like against the Washington Commanders, have shown they will give up certain things. And then let's not forget, Case Keenum has a rapport, has chemistry with Stephon Diggs. So if you can get the ball out of your hands quickly, if you can give Stephon Diggs his shots, I think this offense is going to be pretty okay. The biggest thing they will miss is the rushing ability of Josh Allen and what he can do with his legs. He accounts for, I think it's 53% of the Bills' first downs when it comes to rushing the ball. That's a huge chunk. And if they don't have that from a Josh Allen and they can't get that from a Devin Singletary and a James Cook, that may halter them and put more on the shoulders of Case Keenum. But if he gets the ball out quickly and they just move the sticks, methodically, they should be all right.
Yeah, and it's actually good timing. We just got a report. Sean McDermott, I should say, Bills head coach Sean McDermott just actually said on a radio station that they are still taking Josh Allen 1 day and 1 hour at a time. He said that they're going to see how the lead up to practice goes and then go from there. So really, it's just a wait and see on this Josh Allen front. We're not going to know if he's going to start until right up to that. Yeah, we are not going to know about the Josh Allen. Whether he plays or not until probably right up close to game time. I think, AJ, on the Bills side of things, I think this one's going to be a big one for their defense. We talked about how good the Minnesota Vikings offense can be with the talents of Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, and company. The Bills defense this year allowing a league low 14.8 points per game this season. They've been looking great. One of the best, if not the best defense in the National Football League. I think this is going to be a big game for them if Josh Allen doesn't play, because that there is the chance that Case Keenum's not able to extend drives for the Bills offense, which might put a little bit more pressure on the Bills defense, setting them up for a little bit more tougher times against a Vikings team, that offense that has been really good this season. And hey, that guy named Justin Jefferson, who still is one of the best, if not the best wide receivers in the NFL this year. It's going to be a tough task for the corners of the Buffalo Bills, but I do like their chances. They're one of the best defenses in the league. Let's talk about the Vikings defense, though, AJ, here. Matched up against whatever quarterback it is. What do you think about their defense heading into this matchup?
They've benefited from having some games in the past where the quarterbacks would make questionable decisions from quarterbacks that didn't have weapons, from quarterbacks just getting it together. Outside of Patrick Peterson, they have to be opportunistic, and I don't think it happens a lot. You look at this defense, and honestly, they've been bailed out a few times by this offense, getting them back into the game late game situations. And that's the plus of having a talented offense. Maybe that's the difference of last year and this year. The offense has done just enough to get them going, where last year they couldn't figure out that last little gear to switch it over. Going against the Bills offense, I mean, with Case Keenum, they feel a little bit better. They can maybe recreate what's gone on from last week with the Commanders. But it's going to be based on what Zadarius Smith can do, and if he's getting pressure, if they find ways to get him past this offensive line. Because once that happens, it gives their secondary a couple seconds to recorrect when they miss a step or so on and so forth. Josh Allen is very good at seeing an opening with a split second. I don't know if Case Keenum still has that prowess in his game. I don't know if he can look one way and immediately throw the ball and acknowledge that that's the window you have to get that ball in. So if they can get some pressure with Zadarius Smith and give this secondary a little extra time to handle some of these receivers, then they'll look pretty good. You're on mute, buddy.
Why am I on mute? That's weird. Yeah, that's a weird one. I wanted to touch on this question here from Sherm. Shout out everyone in the chat. I see you, Joey B, talking about my Rangers gear. I always will rock the Rangers gear on the NFL show. I don't care. Big dub from them last night. Sherm asked though, should the Bills push it with Josh Allen as the Jets are right behind him, vying for the AFC East spot? I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that they need to push it too far, because if you're the Bills, obviously you don't want to take anything for granted, and things can change fast in the NFL. But if you're the Bills, you're right in the spot to make the playoffs no matter what. I think that pushing Josh Allen, if he's not 100% healthy, I don't think there's a need to push it, because they're not in that big of danger to lose a playoff spot. Sure, they want that home field advantage, but they also know that they need their quarterback to have any shot in the playoffs. And if anything goes wrong, one wrong move on Josh Allen, and he hurts that elbow again and further damages it, that could be the season. That's the season. Yeah, that's the season if Josh Allen continues to get hurt, not if they don't win the AFC East and they let the Jets win. But I don't know how. I don't think that's that far, or that. I think there's still a lot of space between the Jets winning the AFC East and the Bills, and that's not to discredit the Jets, but to really credit the Bills.
And you don't want to. Everyone has agreed for the most part that this seems like the best shot the Bills have really had, despite how good they looked last year and the year before. I don't know that you risk Josh Allen and then say we'll just get right back at it again next season. Like you have to make sure you're prepared. If you don't get home field, it sucks. But I'd much rather have Josh Allen take me through an extra game in the playoffs, possibly, than running the rest of the season with Case Keenum. And it doesn't sound like, first it sounds like they're going to make him play, not make him play, but he's going to play is what it's sounding like or what it's feeling like. I also don't know that it's so much that we're looking at him being out next week if he doesn't play this 1 week. So you got to trust your defense. That's been very good all season. You got to trust the weapons you have on this offense. It's been pretty good all season to get you one game, even if it's a tough, gritty game, because I do believe worst case scenario, Josh Allen is back next week.
Yeah, that's the thing is with the injuries this season, it's been very there's been setbacks on a lot of players this year. So hopefully not with Josh Allen. AJ, what do you got in this game?
I do have the Bills winning this game. If I'm not mistaken, I put 30-23.
You put 27-23 on it. I don't think I can pull up the graphic because pretty sure it does that. Because I did all the lowers for $3. But you had 27-23. Okay. There, your scores are in the StreamYard run.
Yeah, I was on the comments. I got you.
All good.
I was like, oh no, I can run it.
But yeah, your prediction.
Yeah, I got the Bills 27-23. I don't trust that defense enough, even though they had a good week last week. That was against the Taylor Heineke, who better than Carson Wentz, but still not great. And I think the Bills defense is ready to step up and show that they can hold it down, even with some of the pieces they may be missing. Give me the Bills. I do think they're the better team. I think the Vikings are my Titans this year. A really good team record, but I just don't trust it. I don't trust it. You can't win every single one score game.
Yeah, that's what they've been doing. They've been finding ways to win. I agree. I don't think it happens in this one. I don't know why, but I kind of see something similar happening in this game as to what we saw from the Vikings-Eagles game, where Kirk Cousins, that offense kind of looked sluggish and looked a little off, and they didn't score that many points. I know that was primetime Kirk Cousins, and this isn't primetime Kirk Cousins. This is daytime Kirk Cousins, 1:00 start here. But I have the Bills winning this game 24-14. I think that the Bills defense is going to step up. They know the task at hand. They know that if their quarterback isn't playing, they're going to have to step up. And I think they do so and kind of limit this Vikings offense. And they win this one 24-14. Aaron has the Bills in this one as well, 30-23. So making it a clean 3-game sweep for the Bills over the Minnesota Vikings.